All right, guys, the trade deadline has come and gone. And I think we have to start with the trade that wasn't. Because Giannis Antetokounmpo, as of Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern, is still a member of the Milwaukee Bucks. Grant, I want to start with you on this one. Like, how surprised are you that Giannis is still in Milwaukee?
0. Is that, or what is there going by percentage? 0%. No, I'll put it this way. The teams I've talked to, sources I've spoken with, they don't think the Bucks are ever very serious about moving him. I think they are just kind of gauging what's out there, trying to see what's going on, trying to get a sense of how serious Giannis was about this, kind of testing the waters all the way around for if they have to do something in the offseason. I think deep down, they still think they can convince Giannis to stay. I think they have some assets that are going to free up. They have 3 firsts technically in the offseason, and we don't know how good this first is that's going to be in 2026. So they're looking at it like, hey, let's just hold on. We'll see. We'll have optionality in the summer to do all these things. And to be honest, all these teams got aggressive, and Milwaukee didn't fully respond to them. They kind of left them in the dark and just said, hey, keep trying. And so again, it's a bummer for NBA fans that really wanted some action. And for me, I look at it and I just say, I wish something happened, because I want to see Giannis be part of something, like whether it be in Milwaukee or somebody else. But he's also hurt. He's also hurt. So was he going to be a real contender with a team this year? Calf injuries scare me, Kurt. Yeah. They scare me.
And now you've got an excuse to keep him out for the rest of the season. But it was a concern. You know how competitive Giannis is. If he goes to another team, if he goes to Miami or wherever, Minnesota, he would have pushed his way back and put himself at risk like he did with the last calf injury or something worse, right? He would have put himself at risk. He really wanted to be there. I keep hearing what you sort of heard, which was they don't really want to trade him, and they are hoping for some lottery luck. They've got the picks this summer. They want to find a way to go get not just maybe Ja, but go get somebody something and say, hey, and present it to him. Say, Giannis, here's this. We can put this team together if you stay, and we can compete in the East. I don't know if that deal is out there. I don't know if he'd sign it, but I think that's what they prefer.
Unless someone could give them exactly what they were looking for, which was the combination of young players and draft picks, it made no sense to do a deal right now. No. Unless someone could come to the table. I know they like Jaden McDaniels a lot. They would have taken Tyler Hero, I believe, from Miami. Golden State didn't really have anything when it came to players that they wanted.
Kuminga, man.
Jonathan Kuminga, yes. the end of an era in Golden State. But unless someone could give you that package, it never made any sense to do this just to relieve the pressure. I could never understand anyone that kind of thought that was going to be the case, because these offers that are on the table right now, they're still going to be there. Like, Miami's not giving up at the end of this.
They've got more picks.
Well, that's the thing. Like, there's going to be more. Like, the New York Knicks had no chance, and they knew it. But this summer, they might have a chance. More first-round draft picks. Maybe Giannis tries to push in that direction. Same thing with the Lakers.
Yeah.
Hey, how about like an Austin Reeves sign-and-trade situation with multiple first-round draft picks? That could be an intriguing offer. There's just a lot more that the Bucks can do. And when you have a generational talent, you can't pull a Mavericks here. You can't trade Luka for 1 first-round pick and 1 aging, battered marquee player.
Yeah, exactly. I completely agree. I think the only way it would have happened this deadline is if Giannis actually pushed to get out. That was literally the only way this was going to happen, because he could have said, hey, unless you trade me right now, I'm not, he could have put some threat about money and extensions and all these different things. So really, and because he didn't, you were right. It wasn't going to change. And in terms of offers on the table, maybe the Bucks were intrigued to see if, because they put it out there, maybe Sixers come through and say, hey, here's VJ Edgecombe and something. They can at least put it out there, dangle it. But how about this? We're talking about those teams that are going to add first. But what if we go through the season and the Spurs, the Thunder, Detroit,
Rockets,
and all these teams go, you know what? I just experienced my team through the rest of the season. I experienced my team in the postseason. And one of those teams goes, you know what? I'm not able to cut it against the rest of the league right now. Well, hey, here's Giannis. Yeah. So if I'm the Bucks, I wait till the offseason. What are we talking about? And as you said, where were the Warriors offer, where's it going to go? Like, it's
still there.
Were they going to flip it for who else? Yeah. So yeah, it makes complete sense that he's still there. Again, I think just as a fan base, as everybody in the NBA that was just watching this, it's kind of a tease, but hey, it's just a little teaser for what's going to happen this offseason.
Yeah. And I think if you're Giannis, you're in a pretty good spot, right? Like, because now if you really want to go to New York, you can put your thumb on the scale and say, hey, look at this offer. This is much better than what you were getting. You can get where you want to go, I think, with better offers.
Don't you
from
think
Miami,
weren't they always like playing off of Giannis's, scoreboard there? Like, they weren't trying to deal him to Memphis. Like, they were always looking at places that he would be motivated to go.
The other thing you mentioned, the pressure. The pressure sounds great when 3 national writers are sitting around talking. In Milwaukee, there was no pressure. The fan base still loves him. There was no pressure internally to make that move.
Yeah. And look, John Horst is not going to spend the next 2 months thinking about where he's going to trade him. He's going to spend the next 2 months thinking about what he can get to not trade him.
Yep.
And if you've got 3 first-round draft picks, some movable contracts there, contracts to get 1 year shorter, in case like Kyle Kuzma, maybe you can find that one piece that's like Drew Holiday, it's like Damian Lillard, that makes him say, all right, I think you've done enough. And you're still in the Eastern Conference, which is still the conference to be in if you want to get out of and get to the finals. So we'll see.
Hit subscribe for more news, highlights, and analysis from the NBA on NBC.